Hi everyone. I've been hearing some reports that activities being saved in Boardmaker 7 aren't appearing in Boardmaker Online, that it's not syncing correctly. I've come up with what I think are three potential reasons why. So basically three things you can do to troubleshoot to try to get them to sync. The first, which I think may be the issue for the majority of us, is making sure that you save it to the correct folder. It does matter what folder you save it to if you want it to sync with Boardmaker Online. So let's say you have your activity, you're finished with it, you go to File, Save As, and it should save under a folder with your email address. This email address is what is communicating with Boardmaker Online to be able to sync your activities. If for some reason it's not appearing here as this default option, you can click on Documents, and now on your computer under Documents, there should be a Boardmaker folder. So if you click on Boardmaker, click on Activities, you'll see that folder is there. So then you can click on that, is where you're going to save it, and then that is what should sync up with Boardmaker Online. So you'll go ahead and you'll save. And then, might take it a few minutes. What they told me on the phone, if you go to your main page, if you see this green check mark here, this means that it has synced with Boardmaker Online. So if you're not seeing the green check mark, then it won't be in Boardmaker Online. But if the green check mark is there, that's a good sign. So then that takes us to option 2 as to why you might not be seeing it. If you go into Boardmaker Online, you see that I just saved an untitled, the name of the activity that I saved was untitled. You can see that's not here. What I'm discovering is that you have to log out of Boardmaker Online and log back in, and then when you log back in and it is reset, you are now able to see the activity in Boardmaker Online. So I'm just going to log out real quick out of here. Now I'm going to log back in. I go to my Boardmaker, it's now there. So first option, make sure you're saving in the right folder. Option 2, log out of Boardmaker Online and log back into it. Option 3 is that you might not have the most recent version of Boardmaker. Basically, if you recall, on the launch day, we had to go and we had to reinstall it because they were realizing that their pre-release version wasn't working correctly. So if you haven't yet installed the most recent version of Boardmaker 7, that could be what is causing your issues with the syncing. So just as a refresher, you can go into the self-service, click on Apps Education, and click Reinstall. You don't have to do anything special. You literally just have to click Reinstall. And this will install the most recent version of Boardmaker 7 so that it will sync correctly. I heard a couple people said they did it at home and then it didn't sync at school. It may mean that you installed Boardmaker 7 on your personal computer before the release and therefore you don't have the most recent version. So if you're seeing the issue between school and home, go ahead and uninstall on your personal computer and reinstall, and that should solve it. So just to summarize again, 1, make sure you're saving in your email address folder. 2, log out of Boardmaker Online and log back into it. And 3, reinstall Boardmaker 7 to make sure it's the most recent version. If those 3 options don't work, please reach out to me and I will troubleshoot and see what we can do. But I'm very optimistic that hopefully one of those 3 options will help.